Hello everypony, Editor Wolfgang here. So this is just a mini announcement about a bunch of stuff about this channel. So to start off, the obvious one, I'm no longer using a voice changer. Not only is CapCut a way better editing program than KineMaster, but also I was incredibly self-conscious about my voice, but now that I have a lot more friends and I'm a lot more self-confident about myself in general, I will no longer be using the voice changer and be just using my normal voice, which, believe me, a lot of my friends are very happy about that, especially the people I know in real life. Second off, my character's been redesigned. He looks amazing now. I love how he turned out. I'm really proud of his redesign. Third, as you can see, I have a new background for my character. All the art is being credited in the description. It is really cool. Anyways, let's begin. Hey everybody, my pony's name is Carla and welcome to my channel. Hello everypony, my ponysona's name is DJ and Krala, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video I've been wanting to do for a long time. That's right, the top 10 favorite Sonic games that I have ever played. I'm super excited for this, and I already think that the editing is a lot better than it usually is on this one. As well as with the new background, new editing software, and new character vectors. This one is going to be a super fun one, so I hope you enjoy. So also major epilepsy warning for these. I used a lot more glitch effects and distortion effects than I thought I would, as well as a very big volume warning. So if any of those things are things that you can't tolerate, please click off the video now. I really don't want to be sued. So anyways, let's start off with number 10. Now, we have the one, the only, Sonic Frontiers, the big release of 2022. Now, this is a game that I was so hooked on as soon as I saw it. I'd only just become a Sonic fan, like, I think it was around 2021. Yeah, so I was constantly keeping up with this game. I would see leaks, even leaks that I wasn't supposed to see, and I was constantly making sure I could play it. But then when it came out, my computer is about 10 years old, so it wasn't able to run it, obviously. But then finally, I was able to save up and get a huge gaming PC as a gift. And because of that, now it's just perfect. Like, it was so amazing to play it for the first time and not lag like fucking hell. It was so amazing. Genuinely, like, I was so happy. Then later I got into the challenges and the boss fights, which gave me a fuck ton of anxiety and was really hard for me, and I still haven't gotten past the first big boss fight to get to the next island, so that's why it's lower on the list. But with all that aside, it's on the list for a reason. It's genuinely amazing, and I do 100% recommend it. I mean, come on! Tails admits that he's been inconsistent for years. What more could you want? I know it's expensive, but if you're into storytelling in a Sonic game, and if you're better at video games than I am, definitely give this one a try. Alright, let's go to number 9. That's right, we have Sonic 3 and Knuckles. What more can I say about this game that's already been said? I mean, the game was split in half because of a McDonald's promotion, but still, I mainly played it with Sonic 3 Air before I got my new computer, which I don't want to put any fan-made content on, sadly, because it was really expensive, according to the person who gave it to me, so I would feel bad messing it up. But mainly, I now play it mainly on my tablet because I have 3 Air on my tablet, and man, even without Air, it's so amazing. Like, the storyline is the ultimate example of show don't tell done right, and it just added so much to the series. It would be a crime not to put it on this list. It is amazing. So, you know, that was pretty self-explanatory. But the next one is one that's loved by nearly the entire fandom. Let's begin on number 8! Can you feel life moving through your mind? Oh, looks like he came back for more. Yeah. Sonic Adventure 2. Man, is that an amazing game. The storyline is one of the best Sonic storylines ever created, in my opinion. The characters are amazing. Shadow is amazing, Rouge is amazing, even Dr. Eggman has so much character and personality. It's genuinely, from a creative writing perspective, it is perfect in every way. The only reason that this is lower on the list is because I have a huge problem with time pressure, and the current part I'm on with Rouge gives me horrible anxiety, but if it wasn't for that, this would be at the way top 5. So let's continue to number 6. Seems like we have another new Sonic game on this list. Seems like Sega's doing pretty well right now, huh? I also got this game at the same time as Frontiers. Since there was a huge winter sale for Sega, I was able to get Superstars for a very manageable price, with Digital Deluxe included. Now, I've mainly played this with friends, so my experience is going to be a little bit different. But I understand the soundtrack debates. The soundtrack isn't great, but it's so much fun so far. Especially, I love how Fang is getting more time in the spotlights. He's one of my favorite characters. The new character is great. The character interactions are great. It's all around just great. Like, there's a reason it's this high on the list. I know it's not people's favorite, but trust me, there's gonna be a lot more of a controversial opinion later down this list, so prepare yourselves! Now we have another new Sonic game, number 6! The actual number 6 this time! Now, for those who weren't in the Sonic fandom during the disaster that was Dream Team's pre-release, the footage you just saw wasn't from a PC or even console game. No! It was from an Apple Arcade exclusive, which means that people who don't have Apple phones and don't want to pay a monthly subscription cannot play this game. So I am currently paying for a subscription that I don't even like, just to play this game. So you may be wondering, if this has started off so salty, then why the hell is it this high on this list? Well, my friend, I shall tell you. Though it is definitely unfair to everyone who doesn't have the privilege that I do, and having an Apple device and paying for the god-awful subscription, I can tell you that it is an amazing game. The character interactions are great. Cream the fucking Rabbit is a main character again. Let's go, Cream the Rabbit fans! As well as just everything about this game is so great. Even Ares is there. Ares, the new character, which I probably have the wrong name for her right now. It'll probably say on screen her actual name, but anyways. Oh my goodness. It's all just great. I love the game, and even though I'm probably gonna not be able to play it anymore in a couple weeks because I'm going to cancel the subscription because it's semi-expensive, I still think that if this would have been a console game, or even a PC and console game preferably, it would have sold a lot better and people would have been able to play this masterpiece of a game. They basically put a masterpiece on a mobile device, so... Sorry, everyone! So now we go on to the top 5, starting with number 5! Now, you may be surprised, maybe even shocked to see a game from a Wii device this high on the list. Well, I shall tell you 2 things for that reason. Number 1, the Wii was my childhood console, so bias. And number 2, the storyline is amazing. It's literally genuinely amazing life advice and a game about a fucking blue hedgehog. And he's a morally great character in this too. He's not 100% good. He's technically stopping a world from living forever because of his conflicting ideals with Merlina. But he still does what he thinks is right and gives her a life lesson she'll remember for the rest of her life. I mean, now from just that, you should probably understand why I have it this high on the list. But also the music is amazing. The gameplay is amazing. In fact, only some parts of the gameplay are actually annoying. A lot of it is actually really fun. Maybe it's just because I'm used to the Wii controller, but oh my goodness. I know it's a blue hedgehog with a sword, but if you have a Wii device and you're able to track one of these down on a website like eBay or Mercari, you gotta try out this game. It is genuinely amazing. Now, we go to number 4! Now, this won't be sort of a lightning round. You may be shocked, once again, to see an April Fool's game that was free on April 1st on this list. But let me just tell you why. Exactly. And that, my friends, is storyline. The character dynamics are perfect. It's genuinely fun, and this is the first game, probably the only game on this list, that I've completely 100%ed. That's right, I 100%ed the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I will not spoil who was the murderer, but I did not expect it whatsoever. Also, Shadow, holy shit, he's characterized so well in this game. He's just a sweetheart. Like, the thing that he did for Amy, which I'm not gonna spoil, oh my gosh, he's so nice. I love him in this game. I love my little edgelord. So, after that semi-controversial opinion, we'll go on to number 3! So, to those in the Sonic fandom, this one won't be a shock at all. Generations is genuinely some of the most fun I've ever had in a video game. There is a reason it is this high on the list. Like, I hate classic Sonic with a passion, but this is the only game I think he genuinely works in. It is amazing, the music is amazing, the gameplay, and oh, the little references too, like Rouge the Bat. Even Cream the Rabbit has a role in this. And you know that I'm biased about Cream the Rabbit from my Dream Team entry. So overall, Generations, what more can I say about it? It's incredibly fun. If you have a PC that's strong enough to run it, in fact, even my old 10-year-old PC could still run it just fine, go and grab it. It's not too expensive and it'll be worth your while. Now we move on to second place. Now, to Sonic fans, this one is even less of a surprise. But this next bit will. Sonic Mania, a 2-pack with Sonic Mania and Team Sonic Racing, which you can see at the background of this video, right to the left of me, was my first ever Sonic game I ever purchased. Basically, I had just gone back from a singing recital, and I drove to a GameStop to celebrate. And I spotted Sonic Mania and Team Sonic Racing. It was very expensive, but I wanted to try something new, so I bought it. I instantly thought that I'd wasted my money because it was incredibly expensive. But once I played Mania for the first time, I realized that that money was worth it entirely. The levels, the characters, the stages, it was amazing! It was genuinely the most fun I had ever had in a video game in my entire life! It was genuinely just going through Green Hill Zone. That made me ecstatic. So, overall, Mania has the absolute right to be here. And some people might even be surprised it's not at number 1. My reasoning for that will come after the honorable, very honorable mentions. Woo! Now, this one is incredibly specific. I hate secret rings on the Wii. It is unplayable sometimes. What I mean by secret rings and honorable mentions, I only mean the multiplayer mode. Every time I have a friend over, I always resort to playing secret rings with them, and it's so much fun. Speaking of secret rings multiplayer, I should probably do my Omochow voice just to cut this one off because I really barely have anything to say about this one except for the only reason it's on here is because of strictly the multiplayer only.
Hey, I'm Omochow, and I am here to murder your entire family if you don't comply!
Anyways, the next honorable mentions is actually genuinely honorable. It is not Forces, but my favorite character in gaming, maybe even my favorite character period of all time. This edit took forever to make because he truly deserves it. The one, the only... Now, when I show that footage, I don't mean Forces at all. I hate that game. I think the writing is terrible. Here's the thing though. I think that Infinite was wasted on Forces because Infinite is, in my completely honest opinion, the best villain, the best video game, maybe even character in general I have ever seen. The reason I spent so much time on that edit is because he is my favorite. In fact, even if I was one of those people who had like those weird fictional crushes, if anyone accused me of that, I would have to admit that It is infinite. He is basically, he fulfills any sort of role of favorite character whatsoever you could think of for me. His backstory, though it is complicated since you have to play Mania, Forces, and read the comic to get the full story, I urge you to please do that if you want to hear more about this guy. It is 100% worth it. And though Forces is terrible, I think that Infinite, if he would have been released in Frontiers, would have been as loved as he deserves to be. If he would have had an amazing writer like Ian Flynn, things would have gone better for him because he is genuinely my favorite character in media, which is the reason why I don't put Forces on this list. I put only Infinite, the most honorable of honorable mentions I could ever give. Now we go on to number 1, shared by 2 different games. Huh? What happens? Probably Kryla. I think I was at the number 1 spot. Yeah. I'll do. Start off with, to be honest, how me and my friend like to call it the anti-surprise, Team Sonic Racing, which you can see in the background of the video, which is why we call it an anti-surprise. You already knew this from the beginning of the video, and I mentioned it several times, but it's still at the top of the list anyway, because Team Sonic Racing is by far one of my favorite video games of all time. It's self-explanatory, really. It's incredibly fun. The storyline is great. The Donpa, even though some people hate him, I think he's okay. And I know the storyline with all of them not trusting him and trusting him is a little dumb, but I still really love it. Plus, it's a great game to play with friends. Trust me, the multiplayer is very fun. Even if the online multiplayer isn't perfect. I've heard stories about that. I thankfully haven't tried that yet. And adventure, I could go on for hours about adventure. Like, all I can just say is for each character, Sonic, life role model, I want to live my life like him. Amy, best characterization of Amy in my opinion. Kind and moves on from Sonic, while still loving him at the same time. Tails, second best characterization of Tails still goes to Frontiers for me. The second best characterization of Tails is in this game. Big the Cat is just a chill guy who likes fishing. I love that. I love Big the Cat. Eggman is really cool in this game as well. He's genuinely a big threat. And yeah, there's also Knuckles, who, the story of the Echidna tribe, I still think that Knuckles' best characterization is in this game too. And Gamma, holy shit, I never thought a video game would genuinely make me cry. I won't spoil anything, but just watch the cutscenes for Adventure. The ending left me in genuine tears. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about those. So that's basically it, everybody. Oni, thanks so much for watching. This was a video long in progress, so I hope everyone likes it. And also it's okay with actually using my real voice this time. If you don't like it, sorry. Bye, Raponi. Bye, Raponi.